Panchayati Raj. Learning about Panchayati Raj. Gram Sabha is a meeting place where people directly participate and seek answers from their elected representatives. It's a special day today. Everyone's rushing to get the Gram Sabha. Do you know why? Because the Gram Sabha is holding its first meeting after the election of the new Gram Panchayat. The people of Hardas village are keen to find out what their new Panchayat leaders have planned for the village. Gram Sabha. The Gram Sabha is meeting of all adults who live in the area covered by a panchayat. This could be only one village or a few villages. In some states, as in the example above, a village meeting is held for each village. Anyone who is 18 years old or more and who has the right to vote is a member of the Gram Sabha. The Gram Sabha meeting begins with the Panchayat President, who is also called the Sarpanch, and the members of the Panchayat, the Panchs, presenting a plan on repairing the road that connects the village to the main highway. After this, the discussion moves to the subject of water and water shortages. A villager called Tijia begins the meeting by saying, "The water problem in Hardas village has become very acute. The hand pump water has gone well below the point up to which the ground has been drilled. We hardly get any water in the taps. Women have to go to the Suru river, which is 3 kilometers away to get water. One of the members suggests piping water from the Suru and making an overhead tank in the village to increase the supply." Some members thought that this will be expensive. They said, "It's better to deepen the hand pumps and clean the wells for this season." Tijia says, "This is not enough. We need to do something more permanent as groundwater levels seem to be going very down every year. We are using more water than is seeping into the ground." Another member, Anwar, then tells everyone that he has seen ways of conserving water and recharging, refilling it in a village in Maharashtra where he would once gone to visit his brother. It was called watershed development, and he had heard that the government gave money for this work. In his brother's village, people had planted trees, constructed check dams and tanks. Everyone thought this was an interesting idea, and the Gram Panchayat was asked to find out about it in detail. The next item on the agenda for the Gram Sabha is the finalization of the list of people below the poverty line (BPL), which had to be approved by the Gram Sabha. As soon as the list is read out, people begin to whisper. Natwar has just bought a color TV and his son has sent him a new motorcycle. How can he be below the poverty line? Surajmal mutters to the person sitting next to him. Saroj says to Sukhibai, how did Birju's name get onto the list? He has so much land. This list should have only poor people. And Om Prakash is a landless laborer who can barely make ends meet. Yet his name is not on the list. You know that both Natwar and Birju are friends of Amir Chand's. Who can counter Amir Chand's power? Sukhibai says. Amir Chand was the earlier zamindar, landowner of the village, and still has control over a lot of land. But we should get Om Prakash's name put in. The Sarpanch, Panchayat President, notices people whispering and asks if anyone has anything to say. Saroj tries to provoke Surajmal and ask about Natwar and Birju, but he keeps quiet. Amir Chand is sitting in the Gram Sabha, keeping an eye on everyone. Then Saroj gets up and says that Om Prakash's name should be in the BPL list. Others agree that he and his family are very poor. The Sarpanch asks how his name had been missed out. The teacher who did the survey of BPL families says Om Prakash's house was locked when I went there. He may have gone somewhere to look for work. The Sarpanch gives instruction that Om Prakash's family income be looked at, and if it is less than what has been decided by the government, his name should be included in the list. Every village panchayat is divided into wards, that is, smaller areas. Each ward elects a representative who is known as the ward member, Panch. All the members of the Gram Sabha also elect a Sarpanch, who is the Panchayat President. The ward Panch and the Sarpanch from the Gram Panchayat is elected for 5 years. The Gram Panchayat has a secretary who is also the secretary of the Gram Sabha. This person is not an elected person but is appointed by the government. The secretary is responsible for calling the meeting of the Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat and keeping a record of the proceedings. The Gram Sabha is a key factor in making the Gram Panchayat play its role and be responsible. It is the place where all plans for the work of the Gram Panchayat are placed before the people. The Gram Sabha prevents the Panchayat from doing wrong things like misusing money or favoring certain people. It plays an important role in keeping an eye on the elected representatives and in making them responsible to the persons who elected them. The Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat meets regularly, and one of its main tasks is to implement development programs for all villages that come under it. As you have seen, the work of the Gram Panchayat has to be approved by the Gram Sabha. In some states, Gram Sabhas form committees like construction and development committees. These committees include some members of the Gram Sabha and some from the Gram Panchayat who work together to carry out specific tasks. Two village punchs from Maharashtra who were awarded the Nirmal Gram Puraskar in 2005 for the excellent work done by them in the Panchayat. The work of a Gram Panchayat includes the construction and maintenance of water sources, roads, drainage, school buildings, and other common property resources, levying and collecting local taxes, executing government schemes related to generating employment in the village. Sources of funds for the Panchayat: collection of taxes on houses, marketplaces, etc. Government schemes funds received through various departments of the government through the Janpad and Zilla Panchayats. Donations for community works, etc. When the Hardas Gram Panchayat held a meeting, Gram Panchayat members first discussed the suggestion to deepen 2 hand pumps and clean one well so that the village would not go without water. The Sarpanch, Panchayat President, suggested that since the Panchayat had received some money for maintenance of hand pumps, this could be used for completing this work. The members agreed and the secretary recorded their decision. Some punchs asked whether the watershed program would make a substantial difference to the water level. A lot of discussion followed. In the end, it was decided that the Gram Panchayat would approach the block development officer and get more information on the scheme. 3 levels of Panchayat. The Panchayati Raj system is the first tier or level of democratic government. The Panchs and the Gram Panchayat are answerable to the Gram Sabha because it is the member of the Gram Sabha who elected them. Above the Zilla Parishad is the Secretariat. Above the Panchayat Samiti is the District Panchayat or the Zilla Parishad. The Panchayat Samiti has many Gram Panchayats under it.